I want, families to understand that, and to understand that the therapy that they start with needs to work for them and be aligned with their values. Because at the heart of this resistance around ABA, I think it's just that, like, do I really believe in this? And, do I believe that this approach is how I would parent my child? And is this culturally right for me? What do my mom and my aunt think? All this kind of stuff, like, it's so hard to sort out. And that can all be handled in the context of your provider relationship and a high quality relationship, just by asking families what they think, and does this make sense to you? Are you worried about it? And, 5 years ago, I didn't say, hey, we're recommending ABA. What have you heard about it? But we certainly do now, always. And then I say, we're recommending ABA. A lot of folks have read it. Have you ever heard of it? Have you read about it? And then we talked very specifically about what I hope, just what I just said to you, what I hope ABA will look like. And then we see people back. And it's definitely true. I just described that long process to getting matched up with a company and a therapist, and the therapist comes out and you're disappointed. It's clearly not a good fit, and our nurses, social workers, and providers will then work with families. We hope they call us back when that happens, instead of just engaging from therapy. And certainly we encourage them to go back to the company they're working for first, or working with, the provider they have, and see if they can get another provider out, or if one of the supervising board certified behavior analysts can come out. If that doesn't work, or the company's asking for things that you're just not comfortable with, 30 hours a week of therapy, right away, something like that, that's too much, then we can help them find another therapist. And we do have to do that, but I will tell you that, I've done this for, gosh, almost 20 years now. And that families that stay engaged in therapy and find a match that works for them, we get to those functional outcomes I was talking about before, around communication and joint attention and interaction, and the ability, to learn naturalistically by imitation. We get to that much more successfully, for when families stay engaged. And some of the toughest challenges we see are families that get frustrated because the system's so hard to navigate, or because the care that they were offered just wasn't aligned with their values and and then they maybe withdraw, and then, it's not working in school either. So then they're homeschooling, and then we'll see some of these kids that end up in the hospital at times, even, with feeding difficulties, and that's a really tough place to start from. And in the end, we have to kind of end up going back through therapies, and but those are some of the most challenging and sad, frankly, patients that we care for.